What is going on, you guys? Kika here, back with another video, and we are working on the Polaris Predator 500. We have had this thing in the garage, I kid you not, I want to say possibly 3 months, which is ridiculous, no exception. But I'm gonna go over real quick a couple of things that you guys might have seen in the past short clips that I've been putting, because we've had a couple of issues with this thing. Like, not a couple, let's just say a major amount of issues. So first of all, we ended up fixing the problem. I ended up figuring it out today, but again, you guys know I got this taken apart. I did not know what was what, where was what, anything like that. So this is where we're at right now. I took this off to inspect it. You guys remember the last Polaris Predator, or what was it? Was it an Outlaw? No, yeah, it was a Predator. Pretty sure it was a Predator. So the other, no, yeah, it was an Outlaw. The other Polaris we were having issues with the one-way clutch bearing. We got that fixed out, and that one was fine. I thought this was the same issue on this one. It was not. So first of all, we had some issues with the starter solenoid. Then we had some battery issues. We got those two new. We also had a starter switch issue, or not the starter switch, the on and off switch here to start. And then also I even checked the starter. I took the starter off and checked it out, made sure it was all good. It checked out. So the thing was, this ground cable, you guys, was grounded out to the frame, which the little ground cable right here, let's see, where does it even go? I don't even remember where it goes. Where is it at? And actually, you guys, this is the crazy part. So this is just sitting here, right? Wasn't connected to, or actually this one's the one I had on the starter, right? On the starter solenoid. So it went from the starter solenoid to a ground, to another ground, and then it went to the starter. And then we have here the starter solenoid, and then the other end goes to a battery power wire. Is what ideally I thought that's how the setup was supposed to be, but it was not. This ground cable is actually the battery one, or I mean the one that goes to the starter, I believe. This one is the one that goes to the battery, but for some reason I ended up putting it here because I thought it was too short for the starter. I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably for the starter. And then I ended up having to get a ground, putting the ground right here for the battery. Turns out this cable right here goes from here to the back of the frame over here, and then it actually pulls out through up here and goes to the ground on the battery. That's where that's supposed to go. There's nothing else that goes this way. There's supposed to be a power wire that goes from the starter to the solenoid, and then the small power wire to the battery. That was the major issue, you guys. So every time I kept hitting the button to start it, even with the multimeter, it would go straight to, it would be at 14 volts when it was on off. The moment I would put it on, it would go straight to 0 volts. Like, it basically was grounding itself out. Hence the cable here. That's what was the big deal. But again, half this stuff was all torn apart. I didn't know what was what. I ended up watching a video from Michael Sable's Predator. If you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. He has a really crazy, nice looking build on the Predator. It makes mine look like I should just throw it away. But again, we got it for 200 bucks, you guys. I probably put about I want to say maybe $500 into this thing by now, but it's all good. We still might have room to make some profit. If not, I can even keep it and it'll be a good, you know, $1,000 quad, so I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Now we have power, so I'm gonna use my jump box real quick. Before I didn't have power sometimes, and sometimes I did. So there you go. And another thing, when I would push the start button, all I would get was a buzzing. So I knew power was getting to the solenoid, but something was going wrong. And I tried giving power straight to the starter, but the ground cable was connected, so that wasn't working. I tried also doing the starter solenoid trick I did before on the LTZ, where you touch both of the terminals and then it just kind of kicks over and bypasses everything. That did not work either. Now we could see there's no light, but we have light right here, right? So you know it's on. And check this out. It wasn't even doing that before, you guys. So at first I thought, okay, maybe the starter solenoid is just buzzing because there's not enough power on the battery. Maybe I need a new battery. Second, I was like, okay, maybe the one-way clutch bearing is caught or something. Took that apart, started messing with this, and I was like, nope, that's not it. I watched Michael Sable's video on his build, and I seen he has a power wire going to the starter solenoid. This one goes to the back of the battery, like how I said, and I'm pretty sure this guy right here doesn't even go to it, or I don't even know where it's supposed to go, but we got power to the starter now. I'm gonna put this back together, you guys, and then hopefully we can get a startup video and at least start it up just for a brief moment, and then we can button up a couple of things and hopefully get a heat cycle going on this thing so we can be finally done with it. It's been sitting here, you guys, but I was working on the Banshee. I was working on the side-by-side over there that still needs some work. I ended up fixing the Suzuki. The Suzuki's all set to go, so now we can ride that thing. Hopefully we take it out within the next week or two, one of these weekends. But yeah, I obviously wanted to get this thing done so we can get it sent out of here, hopefully make a little bit of money, and I could just be done with it. And honestly, I'm ready to dump a little bit more money into this thing, and then that way we can get this one going, because I definitely want to drive this one. Honestly, you guys, after all, I think I keep changing my mind, but as of right now, I think I am going to sell it. I'll be selling it probably fairly cheap. I'm not sure on the price, but it will be sold. And the Polaris Predator, if I don't sell it, you know, make a little bit of money off of it, then we are going to end up probably keeping it, and that's not a problem either. But eventually I'm sure somebody will buy. I'll just hold on to it till it does. We'll air up the tires, clean up the plastics. But anyways, I'm gonna get to putting that back together, and hopefully we can get a first start video. So let's go. Alright, you guys, we are ready to start off the Polaris 500 here, and finally we are gonna do the first startup video. I got everything hopefully figured out. I fixed this back, put the carburetor on. I just need to go get some gas from the backyard real quick. I added the oil again that it was leaking. Put some gasket sealer on this because I guess it didn't even have a gasket on there. I'm sure that's why it was leaking. So we fixed the starter cable issue that we were having before. Now we should hopefully be able to get this thing going. So I'm gonna get some gas, and then we'll do a first startup video on this thing. Let's try it one more time. Now I'm gonna get a new jump box. Turned on. We're gonna try this one last time, but the battery is really bad, so I think that's part of it. And then the jump box is not that good either anymore, so I'm definitely buying one today. It's running, you guys. She's a little smoky, but it's been sitting here for a little bit, so. And right now, at the moment, it's not leaking any oil. We just gotta get a new petcock, which I figured that was gonna happen. I should have known. But yeah, you guys, I don't think we're doing too bad here. So we are gonna get a new jump box. Had seen one up on Harbor Freight for 50 bucks, and today's my well, not today, but this month's my birthday month, so they sent me a $10 gift card. They sent me a $10 gift card, and I'm gonna use that towards that, because honestly, you guys, the battery charger I got, I don't know if I've told you guys, I got it at O'Reilly's like a super long time ago, probably like 5 years ago, which is this one. So Super Tech. Is it a Super Tech? No, it's a red fuel powered by Schumacher? I don't know. It's not a good brand though. It is good just to start up your car like every now and then or something like that. But if you have like a really bad battery, or you know, you've been having stuff sit for a while and you need a constant charge that you have to have going and going and going, that one is not that good, because it only jumps for like, I think it's 10 seconds, and then it goes to like a safe mode, and it cools down for 60 seconds. So unlike a battery charger where you actually, or a battery jump box where you hook it up and you can just keep, you know, hammering on that thing until hopefully it starts, or until the thing dies. But also the battery is really low. I'm gonna actually swap it out with that one. But that thing has been pissing me off lately, so we're gonna get a new one of those. As you guys saw, it does start up. We did figure out the issue, so big thumbs up on that. I just need to figure out that. We're gonna get the fuel petcock on order. We're gonna air up the tires and then hopefully get this thing running. I'm gonna try and find a petcock today, actually. Maybe I can go to the Cycle Gear store and pick one of those up. They're usually like 15 bucks. But yeah, that's it, you guys. She's getting there. This thing is finally getting there. After having it since the end of July, I think it was. So try with the choke on. I don't want to put too much in there. I think I need to just hold the gas. Alright, I'm gonna try and hold it. So I don't remember if this is a problem, but if you guys could see, the rest of it opens, but this does not open, so I'm not sure if maybe that's what's causing the issue. So it's not allowing gas to go in the bowl, so it doesn't stay on. I might have to adjust everything though too. Maybe adjust the idle a little bit. Damn, the pipes were finally getting a little hot though. Let me try that though, see if that works. It just ripped. I think maybe the fuel pump. I'm not getting gas. Maybe the fuel pump. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you guys, who knows what it could be. Could be the fuel pump. It's not leaking fuel anymore from here, but the carburetor could just need adjusting. We're gonna figure that all out right now.